Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at Milestone, and today is Tuesday, June 9th, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, but I wanted to go over the airlines with you for today's video. Okay, as we discussed over here at this double top, which was a lower high over here, we said that this index, the airline index, was going to roll over, and we gave you all the stocks in that on a couple of different videos to manage this on the way down, and it's done fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and we'll get right into that. If you're in the chat room or if you're a member, you know what we were doing with options and so on and so forth, and which companies were doing the best for us to the downside. But as we see here, we have the first line in the sand pretty much as support. We're going to use this candle here because there's really nothing else hanging out, and we have the support down here at this lower level. I do think we're going to come to this lower level, and we might even get a little bit lower than that just based on the other charts that I'm taking a look at. But we'll do this is the weekly chart on this one. If you want to look at the monthly, you'll see it a little bit different, but I'm going to run through all the airlines real quick on a monthly basis, so you can, on a weekly basis, so you can get an idea of each one and where their support is. We're going to try and do this real quick here, but I just wanted to get a recap here so you could start maybe taking your profits and looking for your projections. So here's the daily. The daily came down, and it's in this tough area here. Where it's trying to act as support and trying to grab some bounce here, but any bounce is going to be denied by this trend line. So I would say we're going to continue to the downside after we get a little bounce. If we get a bounce, some of them may bounce, some of them may not. Let's take a look at ALK first. ALK right off the 200-day moving average, so that is a little bit of a bounce, but I do have lower targets, and my first target is going to be right around, I'm going to say anywhere between this 43 and 45, all the way down from the 69 that we're talking about here. And we're going to look at LUV next. We're on the daily here, so I can give you the targets. So the daily broke the 200. You get a death cross coming in over here, and that looks real bad, that's for sure. You got to have some support right in this area here with this bottom here. So I'm going to say we're going to get a little bit of support down at 28, 29, but you do have a big candle today, so we're going to look for any kind of little bounce to come up to maybe about 36, and you could re-short it at that point. But supports are getting ready to come in. You can see how oversold the dailies are. We'll stay on the dailies, seeing how we started on the dailies. So HA is another one here, looking really good for the downside. Continues to be very profitable from our trade here. Any bounce will come up and hit the resistance here, but you can see you're getting ready to cross on a couple of indicators here, so that's going to be much more aggressive to the downside, but definitely going to get a little bit of bounce, and these trend lines that are built in place already for us will be the line in the sand to short them again, and you can play any upside when you see some upside. So save is coming in, trying to form a double bottom right here. That will not happen. That will not happen. I will reiterate that. That will not happen. My first target is going to be right here at 56, my longer term target. I have 3 of them set up. I have the first one here at 48, next one at 35, all the way from 70, so 80. So get ready to ride that one to the grave. DAL, same thing, all the way down here. I have my first line in the sand right here, and it should get a healthy bounce anytime. But once we get this death cross, I do have a full move coming down and coming to 22 area, $20 area. So we will see that $20 from 50 at some point here, but they are rolling over. All right, AGLT is another one. And we'll hit all these real quick. Nope, I'm sorry, ALGT, my bad. All right, and we're going to get right into this one real quick. And you can see here again, 200-day moving average is right here, and it's trying to hold a support. So let it get this bounce right up to the trend line, and that's going to be your trigger again. Draw your trend lines, become a member with us, and you'll be able to catch this stuff with us. Once this consolidation box, this thing is going to drop like a rock. Okay, I have 131, and I have down here 119, but I have this going a lot lower. But for now, we're going to hold this trend line on this bounce here to this area here. This is where we're really going to get going to very shortly here. We should be at about 122. We have another $30 to drop in the short term, so keep an eye on that one. That one's going to be fun. RJET, that's going to go to a little under 9 or 8 and change. Probably right down here at 845. I'm not going to do that one. That's really low priced already on its way out. VA has just been going down. It's at 37 relative strength index right now, has plenty more to go. It's going to make 52-week lows here shortly once we get under, I mean, all-time lows at 26.58 once we get under that. UAL. UAL still on the down, still on the down. We have a couple of targets here also, but the shorter term target is going to be right here at 44, and a little more, a little longer. We're probably going to get down here 29 to 30 area, 33 at the most. Okay, you got a death cross also coming on that one on the daily, and then the weeklies and monthlies will follow. So UAL is done. AAL we're going to hit now. We got another 2% on that one. Huge moves here that we're making. And this one here, I have a 22 target. And remember, we called these all up here, and there's a reason we did that. So everything's looking really good. JBLU is the last one here. Then we're going to take a look at the ETF. They have a new ETF for that. JetBlue, once it broke this trend line, it was beautiful. Okay, now it's toast. And we have the target down here of 1366, and then maybe a little bit lower to the area I has right about here, 1082 in that area. So JetBlue's on its way out. These are all crash and burn. Airlines is what it is. Can't do anything about it. You just ride it. So Jets is the new ETF, as I said, because the new one, it means it only started just recently, not too long ago. And you can see here it's trying to create a little bit of a bounce, but it's just done nothing but sell off since its arrival to the new trading landscape here. And we're going to get a bounce. If we get a bounce here, it probably get up 2270, just like everything else is set to do a little bit of a bounce. But just like I said here, things are going to bounce, and then it just has that trend line. So the whole sector is just a mess right now. There are sectors that are doing very well. Be careful on biotech. That one's going to start turning very, very shortly. Once we break that, that's going to get very ugly. I know a lot of people are really big on the biotechs, but just be careful there. There's several other ones that are completely falling apart. I will do the member video tonight based off of those. So if you're not a member, make sure you join. $9.99 for a lifetime membership, and that gets you the entire website, all the training videos, and live chat and alerts every day, and so on and so forth. So make sure you join us. Great time, great profits. All right, everyone, have yourself a fantastic night.